carnival lights twinkled in the night, casting a nostalgic glow over the fairgrounds. It had been years since I last visited one, and the sounds of laughter, the smell of popcorn, and the colorful tents beckoned me like a siren's call. I wandered through the attractions, trying my hand at a few games, sampling some cotton candy. The carnival seemed like a harmless escape, a brief respite from the monotony of everyday life. Then I saw it, the mirror maze. It stood at the edge of the fairgrounds, its entrance adorned with garish lights and a sign that read, "The Labyrinth of Reflections." I'd always loved these as a kid, the challenge of finding the way out, the fun of seeing my distorted self in the warped mirrors. With a shrug and a smile, I stepped inside. The first few minutes were filled with laughter and light-hearted frustration. I bumped into mirrors, chuckled at my own distorted reflection, and called out to hear my voice echo back at me. But as I ventured deeper, the maze became more intricate, the reflections more twisted. My laughter faded, replaced by a growing sense of unease. Every direction I turned seemed to lead me back to where I started. The mirrors multiplied, creating endless corridors of reflections. My distorted face stared back at me from every angle, mocking my attempts to find the exit. The carnival sounds outside grew distant, muffled, as if the maze was swallowing them. Then, I saw him. At first, it was just a flash of color in the corner of my eye, a fleeting glimpse of something that shouldn't be there. I spun around, heart pounding, but saw only my own reflection. I told myself it was just a trick of the light, a product of my overactive imagination. But the feeling of being watched intensified. I could hear faint, distant giggles, the kind that children make when they're playing hide and seek. Only this wasn't playful. It was sinister. My pulse quickened, my breaths growing shallow and rapid. As I rounded a corner, I saw him clearly for the first time. A clown, his face painted in grotesque, exaggerated features. His eyes were dark, hollow pits, and his smile stretched impossibly wide, revealing rows of sharp, jagged teeth. He stood perfectly still, staring at me through the glass. I screamed and bolted in the opposite direction, crashing into mirrors, desperate to escape. But the maze twisted and turned, and no matter which way I went, the clown was always there, just a reflection away. His laughter echoed through the corridors, a haunting, manic sound that set my nerves on edge. Panic set in. My hands were clammy, my legs trembling. I couldn't tell where I was going, couldn't find any way out. The mirrors seemed to close in on me, the reflections more distorted, more nightmarish. My own face became a grotesque parody, stretched and warped by the glass. The clown's image multiplied, appearing in every mirror, his eyes following me, his laughter growing louder. I stumbled, fell, and crawled desperately, tears streaming down my face. My screams were swallowed by the endless labyrinth of reflections. Time lost all meaning. I wandered aimlessly, my voice hoarse from calling for help. The clown was always there, a relentless specter haunting my every step. The mirrors never ended, and the carnival outside was a distant, forgotten memory. I don't know how long it's been. Days, weeks, months. I've lost count. The mirrors are my prison, the clown my tormentor. I'm trapped in an endless nightmare, doomed to wander this twisted labyrinth for eternity. My own reflection has become my enemy, a constant reminder of my hopeless plight. If you ever find yourself at a carnival, tempted by the allure of a mirror maze, remember my story. Don't step inside. The reflections are more than just glass. They are gateways to a hell from which there is no escape. And the clown, he's waiting for you too.